Here's the big arch on the southeast side of Effingham Island. It's just up into the entrance of it. This is a calm place to hang out. Take a closer look. This is like a fairway leading in to it. Got to come around, and it's always surprising to me how many of these arches are perpendicular to the shoreline, where you don't even notice them until you're right next to them. This one you can see pretty easily from the north on the other side, but over here it's so well hidden by all these rocks out here. This is like a private little canal back here. Okay, I'm gonna try this from the east side. This is the big arch on Effingham. There's several channels to get into it from this direction. There's a long one to my left, or this little shortcut that I came in on. It's diagonal to the arch. I'm just checking the swell to see what it's going to do, because there are lots of big rocks under. And I don't have my pedals in, so it's all by paddle. It's a little trickier. So here's the other entrance out. Glimpse the art. Try and get out here. Got a little surge carrying me up. I just came through there. Back around. And to think that we kayaked over this years ago when Ryan was only 8 or 9 and Chris was 12, I think. It's scary as a mom to see what we did. We're over here at the big arch that I've been looking forward to going through ever since we talked about coming back to Effingham Island to kayak through, but we caught it at low tide and there's no way. I was just in there, and not only are there a lot of rocks under, but some deceptive surge that's coming through. So I'm going to come in just a little bit more. I'm on the back side of this big old arch. It's too steep and slimy for me to try and climb up, but it is neat sand back here. It's very calm water. At high tide, water could come up and over this. Probably does regularly for more than a 10-foot tide. And this is looking back where I came. There's a side bonus. I was just over here with the arch, and there's a tiny little crack. trail is marked with flotsam or buoys. So this is Japanese. The trail is a little overgrown with a few signs of an original trail. There are a few old trees in the forest, like this behemoth. It's had a hard life with lots of darts and scarring. This thing is massive. Another big tree. More logs to cross. This is the biggest trail marker of all. It'd be hard to miss that one. Keep your eyes peeled for buoys and trail markers. The last little section from the forest down to the water. Collected debris used for marking the trail. And here we are on the side of Effingham. So I just came from over here, scrambled over through some of that rough rock to look around the corner, and I couldn't see the arch, so I walked the beach. It's a crescent-shaped beach, nice and sandy, to this point where, looking a little farther down the beach, I think that might be the arch right there. So this is the beach that I just walked from way around that point this way. A lot of rock popping, and came to this really pretty spot here. I think the arch is just around this little corner here, and I have time before the tide starts turning and coming in. I'll cross over, and if it's not too slick on that side, I will see if I can get through there. So this is as far as I'm going to go. I thought I could climb up there, but this moss is way too slick. So this will be my turnaround point, but it's not a bad one, because I'm gonna go check out this little spot up here. Look at all this maidenhair fern in here. Look how beautiful this is. Definitely would not want to be here when the water's coming in. Okay, so I did a quick bear scare. I have my bear spray handy, nevertheless. Come back up here and see how far this goes. There's nothing else in here but me. So timing was good that the tide is out. Oh, I see other footprints in here, and possibly raccoon tracks over here. Or that's probably boot tracks too. Can't tell with the light. There are supposed to be raccoons on the island. There's a little recess back up in here. So I'm not the only crazy one. The walls are all clear of growth, except for little stalactites that are forming. So that means the water regularly comes all the way in here. It goes back here about another 40 feet into that big crack back in there. It's hard to see. But this is a high enough cave where I don't have to worry about bonking my head. All this debris in here is all saturated, so another sign that it gets wet. Looks like this is where it caved in, back up in there. So this is an extra goodie for today. Got a neat trail. Was hoping to see the arch, but instead found a cave that I wasn't expecting, didn't even know was here. And tomorrow we'll be able to kayak to the arch. So one last look over my shoulder before I head back down the beach to the trail. You can see the mountains way out there too. Very pretty. Because I couldn't make it out to the arch, I've come out as far as I can on these rocky crags. I'd hoped to go out to there, but there's a big drop off with a gap with about 3 feet of water in it. So I think I am seeing the arch way over there, which is where I had it on my chart. Just going off of the descriptions in the Douglas guide, which has been so helpful for us. Very rugged coast. Not many places you can even put kayaks in. It's just too rocky, which is why it remains very pristine.